You guys ready? Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. This is an exciting day. I'm sitting in economic development for Amazon for North Carolina, South Carolina, and needless to say, we are busy developing facilities across the Southeast. I do want to first just recognize some elected officials who are here. Please hold your applause until I finish because we've got a few of them to get through. So, of course, Governor Hunt, thank you so much for being here. Chief Deputy Secretary of Commerce Kenny Flowers, thank you for being here. State Representative Shelley Willingham and Laura Budd. Edgecombe County Chair Leonard Wiggins. County Vice Chair Viola Harris. County Commissioners Evelyn Powell, L. DeWitt Woodley, Donald Boswell, Ralph Webb, and George Thorne. Town of Tarboro Mayor Tate Mayo. Mayor Pro Tem Arthur Woodard. Council members Leo Taylor, Steve Burnett, C.B. Brown, Mears Pitt, Deborah Jordan, Sabrina Bynum, and Cutchin Anderson. Thank you all so much for everything you do for the community. I'd also like to welcome Abby Currens with the EDP NC. You guys have been fantastic partners throughout the state. Edgecombe Community College President Dr. Greg McLeod, John Taylor with Senator Ted Budd's office, and of course, Bob Pike, Tracy, the whole team at the Carolina Gateway Partnership. Thank you all so much for everything you do as well. Oh, and I also want to recognize Trey Lewis with Senator Tillis's office as well. It's nice to meet you as well. We got everybody here today. It's an exciting day. And this is actually about more than just one ribbon cutting and the one facility. We're obviously very excited about our facility here in Tarboro. But we're actually we just opened 5 facilities across the state of North Carolina. And so this is one of 5. We've got facilities from the coast to the mountains. We've got them in Onslow County, in Jacksonville, in Moore County, in Southern Pines, Surrey County, and Mount Airy, and then Clay County, Hayesville, over on the far west side, and of course the one in Tarboro. So we have facilities across the state that opened in Q4 of last year that are now up and operational, that have created hundreds of jobs and millions in capital investment. This is actually part of a $4 billion investment on Amazon's behalf in the rural delivery network across the country. We've created more than 100,000 jobs with these rural investments across the entire country to help support our customers and help bring economic development to more rural parts of the country. And this is actually building an existing foundation that we have in the state of North Carolina, where we've invested more than $17 billion since 2010 and have more than 27,000 full and part-time employees in the entire state. So this is building on momentum that we've been working on, and the state has been a tremendous partner, as well as all of the local communities we've worked with. So today's a continuation of that. I do, though, want to start with bringing up the leader of our site in Tarboro, Darren Huddleston, to say a few words and tell you more about this facility. Darren?
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for having me today, and thank you for joining me today, I should say. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Amazon's newest delivery station right here in Tarboro. My name is Darren Huddleston. I'm the site lead here at the Tarboro Delivery Station, and on behalf of the entire Amazon team, I'm truly honored to have you all here today. We're especially grateful to have Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt and other elected officials here joining us for this special occasion. Tarboro is one of North Carolina's oldest towns. With such a rich and vibrant history, we're incredibly proud that Amazon gets to be part of the next chapter of this community's story. This facility means more than 100 new jobs right here in Tarboro. That's right, for your neighbors, your friends, and your family members. And we are still hiring. I got plenty of freight here. If anyone cares to join us, there's a sign on the side of the building. You just go ahead and click apply. Real easy. All right. On top of the full and part-time roles we have under the roof, we currently have 3 small businesses that deliver on behalf of Amazon through our Delivery Service Partner Program. To add to that, we have an additional 100 Flex drivers who can earn some extra income on their own schedule through our Flex app. But we're looking at something much bigger. This is one of 5 new delivery stations that Amazon's opening across North Carolina. We're bringing more than 700 new jobs to the communities just like this one throughout our state. I'm a North Carolina native, born and raised outside of Greensboro. I've been with Amazon for almost 6 years now. Started as an operations manager in a resort center. And today I get the privilege of running this delivery station here in Tarboro. So I can tell you from personal experience that the jobs we're creating represent real opportunities for people who want to build a future and improve their lives. At Amazon, we're deeply committed to investing in rural communities. We've invested $4 billion in rural America to grow our delivery network. We've nearly doubled the customers in our rural areas that receive same-day deliveries, which are crucial for health and safety many times. We couldn't be more excited to be part of Tarboro's future while delivering to our customers across North Carolina. It is my honor to introduce Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt. Lieutenant Governor has dedicated her career to strengthening communities and supporting families throughout North Carolina. From her work as an attorney helping families and founding a college consulting firm to more than a decade of volunteer service with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools, she's demonstrated a commitment to our education and opportunity. As North Carolina's 36th Lieutenant Governor, she's championing her future-ready North Carolina agenda focused on workforce development, community colleges, and creating pathways to good careers. That mission aligns perfectly with what we're celebrating here today: investment in rural communities, job creation, and building a stronger economic future for North Carolina. Please join me in welcoming Lieutenant Governor Rachel Hunt.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Thank you to Deputy Commerce Secretary Flowers, Abby Currens with the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina, Edgecombe County Chairman Leonard Wiggins, Mayor Tate Mayo, Bob Pike, and the Carolinas Gateway Partnership team, and our partners at Amazon. I'm thrilled to celebrate Amazon's first logistics facility in Edgecombe County. But this 100,000 square foot building and the 100 plus jobs that are created tell only part of the story. Between this past September and December alone, Amazon launched 5 rural delivery facilities across North Carolina: Jacksonville, Southern Pines, Mount Airy, Hayesville, and of course today, Tarboro. Together, these facilities represent over $100 million in capital investment and more than 700 jobs, bringing opportunity directly to communities that need it the most. This is exactly the kind of investment our Department of Commerce's Rural Economic Development Division works to catalyze in partnership with organizations like the Carolinas Gateway Partnership. They are building economic foundations, expanding rural prosperity, and helping communities grow stronger and more resilient. Amazon Amazon's commitment to rural North Carolina shows what's possible when the private sector partners with us to reach beyond traditional metros and invest where it matters most. Thank you for having me here today. Let's celebrate what we built together and what's to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Hunt. The work you guys are doing in your office is fantastic, so thank you. I want to say also, this community is lucky to have Darren. He is a fantastic site lead. And it's been great getting to know him over the last couple days. He actually also, if you are a Mountain Dew fan, he has every flavor of Mountain Dew that you can think of in his office, which is fantastic. But he also does, most Wednesdays, he does Do the Do with Darren right before 9 a.m. This obviously today was a special day, but so he does that with the Mountain Dew, but it's also really about caring about the employees and connecting with them. So Darren's a great guy, and you guys are lucky to have him here. I've spent my career in economic development, and I've come to believe that at its core, through all the different work that you do, really it's about relationships and making sure that you can forge connections with people. And deals can be complicated, they can require a lot of work, but at the end of the day, it's really about the people that you're working with, right? And so this project had a lot of moving parts, 3+ years of negotiations, multiple jurisdictions, countless stakeholders that we worked through, and the SunCap knows all the work that we had to do on this one. What kept this on track was the Carolinas Gateway Partnership and working with them to help connect the dots and get involved with the different groups that we needed to be involved with to make sure that this was successful. And so this wouldn't have landed without them. And so, Bob, it's my honor to invite you to the podium. Everyone, please welcome Bob Pike, the CEO of the Carolinas Gateway Partnership.
Well, this is a good time. Can you all hear me okay? Isn't it wonderful that we got to talk real loud because of all those folks doing work, right? This is an announcement. We like this. Sometimes we do announcements and groundbreaking's not happening. We've had some of that history around here. Our paychecks are flowing. Christmas presents were bought this year, right? Because of this facility. So that's great. The only thing I got a problem with, we got to get Darren moved to Tarboro, North Carolina. So if anybody knows of a good house for a good deal, Darren's up. So what a great day for Tarboro, Edgecombe County, and Eastern North Carolina. And thank you for being here. And I do want to recognize some of the key people that we work with, or they work with us. And there's a legacy of folks, legacy of work that's been done over the years for this park. It goes back to John Gesseman and the team there, Oppie Jordan and Norris Tolson, of course, and our team here. And I want to recognize, where's Tracy and Shanita over here? They're still working the crowd, right? And Brenda Daniels helps us out. We're a consultant. I saw Brenda. There she is. But we want to recognize our team and the hard work. And what's really exciting, Abby's keeping us real busy, Lieutenant Governor, and we're real proud of working with her and the team at EDPNC. But I also want to recognize our folks with the town of Tarboro, Edgecombe County, of course, our folks here with Amazon, and our dedicated workers across this whole county. What we're celebrating today only happens with public and private partnerships that move in the same direction. And coming in this job, that's one thing that I have enjoyed, is complete support by our county commissioners, our town council, and Rocky Mount City Council, and that's exciting. They might have political differences, but economic development is a common bond of everybody. I especially want to recognize Mayor and also Troy Lewis. Where are you at, Troy? There he is. We need to have Troy stand up. And where's Catherine? She's here. We need you to stand up, because these are the ones that handle permits and get things done, gets negotiation, and most importantly, cash the check that Amazon bought this piece of property with. So that's great. We appreciate the leadership that the town has here in Tarboro. You've really built a reputation, and it's being built that we are a proactive community. We are solutions oriented and ready to compete. And that really matters for companies. Those, Abby and folks, Sam, that are in this economic development, and I'm still learning. That's key for decisions to be made by companies. And we're seeing a lot of that right now. Tracy Crenshaw is our director of existing industry and workforce development. The work that's being done for companies that are wanting to stay here, wanting to expand, and also by evidence of projects like this, where companies see the opportunities we have here at Edgecombe County. Today, as has been mentioned, it's Amazon's first presence here, and first of many, I hope, here in Edgecombe County, and expect continuous strong and lasting relationship. It's been mentioned about the employees and the size of this building. It's just outstanding. If anybody drove through here routinely and saw how fast this building went up, Amazon's got their stuff together. They really do. And it was amazing how this came together so quick. The Tarboro Commons Center. It began with 95 acres that was publicly owned property, has been publicly owned, and a deliberated strategy to attract diverse corporate investments in world transformed that would transform our economy. Today, that strategy is working. Look what is being built out here and has been built here by the community. We got the Edgecombe County Community College and the Center for Innovation. Estimo, a great employer, has been here for several years. Piedmont Natural Gas, just right down the street. As you can see, construction going right next door. That's Prudential Alloy and Steel. And also now Amazon. And we've got one more site. We always got to sell, right, Abby? We got 55 acres. Anybody wants to expand or know of a business wants to move here, we do have 55 acres right over here. Prime real estate. Troy, we're ready to make a deal, right? So, still here. So, but I can't stop, I can't resist sharing a little history here. And I got this from our Dr. McLeod, and I researched it, not that I didn't trust your comments, but you know what happened in 1787 in the state of North Carolina? Anybody know? Well, it's reported that in the North Carolina General Assembly considered placing the state capital of North Carolina right here in Tarboro. Who knew that? Who knew that? Raise your hands. I'm impressed. Somebody's heard that from Dr. McLeod, the reason why. And guess what? How many votes, how close were we? 2, some research says 3. It's really not recorded but yeah, 2 to 3 votes of this would become the state of North Carolina's capital. Well, it didn't happen. Shame on that General Assembly. Lieutenant Governor, it's probably a Republican General Assembly, right? No, let's don't say that. But you know what? Amazon got it right. Amazon got it right. And we appreciate that in a big way. They saw what we see and have seen here for years. A strategic location, a strong workforce, committed leadership, a community that's ready to grow. This facility is more than a building, it's momentum, it's confidence, it's proof that Tarboro and Edgecombe County are competing and winning. It's hope for a community that's been struggling for years, but it's rolling. And this is part of the momentum that we're enjoying, and we appreciate everybody as a part of that. Now it's my privilege to introduce one of the best looking and youngest mayors in the state of North Carolina, Tate Mayo.
I won't tell my wife that you called me good looking, Bob. It is a true honor and a privilege to be here today. From what was a field less than 18 months ago is now a facility. Tarboro has seen some great expansion through partnerships with EDP&C and especially Carolina Gateways Partnership. And I look forward to more of these meetings where we get up in front of a facility and, like you say, not just a groundbreaking. Tarboro's got a long history and we've got a great future. I want to acknowledge the folks that I serve alongside with, both in the town and the county. I always wonder why folks in politics get to come to openings like this, and I was reminded by our town manager yesterday that, well, if you get to take the heat for when things go bad, you at least get to take a little bit of credit for when things go well. So we look forward to a good future of Amazon, being a good corporate partner, and like Bob says, we've got 55 acres right next door. So just like Mr. Rogers, won't you be our neighbor? We also have got a problem now in that we need more land. We need more land for the next facility of this size to come to Tarboro. So if you're willing to lend Tarboro a little bit of land so we can make that into our next Commerce Park, we would be happy to talk with you. We're very grateful for today. We're very grateful for the promise that this facility brings, for everything that it brings to Tarboro. And with that, Chairman Wiggins, the head of the Edgecombe County Commissioners, I'd like to invite you up to say some words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great day in Edgecombe County, and I'm proud to celebrate this milestone with our partners in our community. I also would like to thank the town of Tarboro, its board, Carolina Gateways Partnership and its board, and others that have collaborated for this project. You know, we always, in these projects, have to involve our community colleges, you know, and they're doing a great job for us. You know, I understand, I know that our board has been recognized, but if anybody get up here and don't recognize their board, they got a problem, okay? So I would like for my fellow commissioners to stand. All of our commissioners, Edgecombe County Commissioners, would you please stand? And we got just about all of them, so that they understands the importance of these kinds of projects in our community. We also have an excellent staff, and they're doing an excellent job. Mr. Evans, where are you? Please, Mr. Evans and all of our management team, please stand. These are the folks that work with the partnership and Tarboro and any of our local communities to get these projects done. But I would just like to thank all of the elected leadership in this county in terms of what they've done since I've been around to help grow our county. You know, I want to also say this is just not the opening of a 1,000 square foot facility. It's about opportunity. In just a few short years, Edgecombe County has become a destination for new industry investment. A few years ago, those of us that were on these particular boards decided that we need to grow our counties. So we invested in infrastructure, such as the Commerce Center, Kingsborough site, built infrastructure. We built our workforce, and we started building our workforce. And our community colleges also doing an excellent job in doing that. But you know, the most important thing about here is the people, our people in this county, which shows us also that Amazon made the right decision to locate here. Thank you, Amazon. You know, I wanted to commend Bob Pike and the partnership for the leadership to help bring this project. You know, we were kind of in a slow pace of growth when we came, and there's been a lot of discussion in terms of some of the things that we're doing. We're in the midst of now other projects that we might go on. So I just also like to thank the state. Thank the state and everybody around here has done an excellent job and supported us in terms of, I think, EDP. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There have been very few things that we have presented to the board and that you have not done. Thank everybody for coming. Again, thank you, Amazon.
Okay. Thank you, Chair Wiggins, and thank you, Mayor Mayo. So now we'd like to do something kind of special. So Amazon's about more than big buildings and jobs and everything like that. We also try to give back to the communities where we invest. Our employees who are here, most of them are residents of Edgecote County, town of Tarboro, and so they're from this community and they're of this community. Give back to this community. We'd like to also give back to this community as well. So I'd like to invite up Rashida Taylor, the Director of the Tarboro Development Corporation, to the stage. And Rashida, we would like to present to you a $10,000 from the Tarboro Development Corporation. You guys play a vital role in strengthening Tarboro's economic development downtown and Yorkville. It's just such important work, local economic development. So we are so proud of that, of the work that we're doing to enhance the quality of life. And so as we support the grand opening of this facility, we also support organizations like Trees creating vast economic opportunity. Rashida, thank you so much. And I would invite Mayor Mayo to come up and take a photo with us. Okay, so now we're going into the fun part. We are going to cut our ribbon. So I'd like to invite our speakers, the ones who spoke here today, to come up. We're going to cut the ribbon. After we have our speakers, we'll then have the town council come up and do a photo op with some jumbo scissors, and then we'll have the other elected officials we have here as well. So we're going to do a few waves of this. But first, we'll get our speakers up here. Dr. Hunt.
Yay! Love a ribbon.
All right, now let's have the town council members come up with the mayor, and we'll do a photo for them as well. And we'll do counting. Town council, it's going to happen without your partnership and some of that.